Assalamu alaikum to everyone on YouTube. Okay, cool. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. This is just a short reminder to brothers and sisters on TikTok, Instagram, or any other social media. I don't know how many of you are on TikTok. I know a lot of you are on Instagram. If you ain't on TikTok, don't go on it on the show. There's to do dawah or something on Instagram. Well, I know how, inshallah, you know how to navigate yourself around that. You know. Anyway, the point of this talk is basically, I don't understand. Maybe me and the brothers I know, and maybe we just see things different. But I think every Muslim, yeah, no matter how much haram you're doing, you should want to have it in your mind, either at the front of your mind or the back of your mind, that on Yawm al-Qiyamah, you don't want to touch the Nar, you don't want to touch Jahannam, the hellfire. Yeah, so none of us are, well, I'm not, I don't know, maybe some of you are, but I'm not a super Muslim. I'm not some super righteous Muslim with bare ibadah and this, that, and the other, and so forth. If you are, mashallah, may Allah aid you and help me and others to be more like you. But whether you're someone who worships Allah with ihsan, like you see him even though you don't, from the hadith of Jibril, or whether you're just someone, you know, who just trying to, you know, avoid the major sins, or whether you're someone, you know, who's actually involved in the major sins, all of us should want on Yawm al-Qiyamah not to touch the hellfire. But I don't know, it just seems that, like, on social media, especially TikTok and Instagram, that people are just proud. They're just proud that they're just doing haram. Like, we all struggle with different things. I struggle with things, you struggle with things. We all struggle with something. Yeah. But the difference is that sinning between us, sinning in private, or sinning and struggling with a sin between you and your Lord, is one thing. And posting it online to millions on public platforms, public social media platforms, is another. Because I don't know about you guys yet, But I know because I'm not the biggest worshipper. I'm not someone who does every sunnah prayer. I'm not someone who fasts every Monday and Thursday. Inshallah, that's the goal to reach there and so forth. But all of us know, like, alhamdulillah, we try to avoid, like, I don't listen to music or like dudes, you know, or take intoxicants and stuff. But I have other shortcomings that I'm not happy with, yeah. And I'm sure there's other people like this, yeah, and so forth, yeah. So you might be avoiding a lot of the major sins and stuff like that, but there's still other things that you can improve on, more ibadah you can be doing. But I'm sure on the day of judgment, yeah, most of the people watching this are not 100% confident that they're gonna enter Jannah. Their good deeds are gonna outweigh their bad deeds, and they're 100% confident with their eye closed. They're gonna go straight into Jannah. Their good deeds are gonna outweigh their bad deeds, and they're not gonna touch Jannah. I think most of us, we're not sure about our scales of good deeds or bad deeds. Which one weighs out more? And if we was to choose, our bad deeds most probably outweigh our good deeds. So what I don't understand, yeah, is if we want to escape the nar, Jahannam, on the day of judgment, yeah, and we don't want to touch it for 1 second, yeah, then how can we post either our haram or our sins to social media? Because it's two things. Either you're ashamed, either there's things you struggle with that are haram, and you try to avoid them, yeah, and you're ashamed of it, so you don't let no one know, yeah. Or you're proud and you don't care and you show the world. You can't be both. You can't be ashamed and struggling with and want to give something up here, and also be doing it also showing the world you're doing it. Like, for example, say there's a person struggling with music, which is a major sin, because Allah said there will come a time when people will try and make alcohol, zina, and musical instruments halal. And he mentioned them all together. We know zina is halal, and we know alcohol is halal. You can't be a person who sincerely, yeah, is struggling with music, wants to give it up, remove it from their life, but you're also posting it to social media that will lower other people's iman. Because the thing is this, yeah, the Prophet said, all of my ummah may be forgiven except those who broadcast their sins. You know, the Prophet said that all of my ummah may be forgiven except those who broadcast their sins. Basically, in public, you know what I'm saying, you do take intoxicants, you're with your boyfriend or girlfriend, you're blast out music, you know, whatever it is, you're openly doing haram. Things that are blatantly known to be haram, you're openly doing them in public. The Prophet said, all of my ummah may be forgiven. YouTube's back on. Yeah, so it can't be both. Yeah. It can't be both. Either you're ashamed and you're struggling with home and you really want to give up and you're making dua, or you're upset that you're caught up in you're addicted to this, whether it's music or weed or cigarettes or whatever, so forth, and you hide it because you're ashamed of it, or you're proud and you post it to the public platforms. Because there is no reason, yeah, for a person to post haram, yeah, or them doing haram to social media. No reason. What excuse can you got? If you struggle with music, yeah, and you're upset that you struggle with music and you want to give it up, what excuse do you have for posting it to social media, yeah, that tests millions of Muslims? Because whether you got a lot of, you have the potential when you upload on TikTok, you upload on Instagram or Facebook or this, that you have the potential, your content has the potential to reach millions of people. All of us in our friends, we have at least a couple hundred, yeah, or a couple thousand, or some people have tens of thousands, people in your friends or followers or subscribers or whatever social media you've got. But what can you say and tell, like, okay, you're struggling with music. Let's just say you're in a society music is a fit now. You can give it up. It can be given up. Many converts, many reverts who listen to music all their life from when they woke up in the morning to the end to the end of the night and went to sleep with music, they gave it up. They gave it up. So if you're, I know you may be a Muslim born to a Muslim family and they listen to music as well, but the point is that you can give music up. It it all goes back to Tawheed. Yeah, it all goes back to Tawheed. And I'm gonna get back to the point I'm making, but it all goes back to Tawheed. If Allah asks you to give something up or make something haram, and it's impossible to give up, that means he's an oppressor. It's one of two things. Either Allah, the thing that Allah has made haram can be given up, but it takes effort, and it's bad for you, yeah. Or it can't be given up, and Allah asks you to give it up. Now, I believe in Tawheed. I believe in Allah's beautiful names and attributes. I believe in His name that He's Al-Adl, the most just. And I don't believe that He made something haram that's impossible to give up. If I struggle with something, the deficiency is in me. Because if you say no, Allah's made something haram and it's impossible to give up, but He's made it haram for you to do it, and there's a punishment for it, then you're saying Allah's oppressor. Because He's made something haram that's impossible to give up. Not only that, there's proofs that you can give it up. There's most people listen to music and the people who are addicted to music, they think that no one loves music more than them and that it's impossible to give up. A lot of people who listen to music, yeah. Cool. I'm sure you'll agree, there's people who used to make music. They used to make music themselves. And I'm sure you'll agree, just logically, a person who makes music, yeah, whether it's writing, whether it's working in a studio, whether it's creating beats or whatever, I'm sure a person who makes music, no matter how much you subjectively say you love music and stuff, I'm sure a person who makes music loves it more than a person that just listens to it themselves. And many people who made music come to the understanding of the Quran and Sunnah and Salaf and have left music. So if a person who used to make music and their career was in music can give it up and just change their life and this, that, and so forth, then you who was just you was listening to it and so forth, it can be done, yeah. But the point is this, yeah, is that there is no excuse. If you're a person who maybe, whether it's weed, smoking or this, that, and the other, and you're struggling with it, yeah, and you give it up, yeah, and you stay away from it, yeah, and it is possible to stay away from weed, and it is possible not to listen to music and be happy and not drink and be happy, you know. I'm nobody. I'm not no mu'min and stuff like that. I used to love music quick. I don't do it no more, and I don't miss it, and I'm happy without it. I'm a happy person without it. There's millions of converts or many millions of Muslims that weren't always practicing and they've managed to do it. But my point I'm trying to say is that let's just say that this society is overcoming you and you're struggling with music, or you're struggling with weed, or you're struggling with alcohol. If you're a person who's fighting with it and it's a fitna for you and you give it up and you come back to it and you might break away from it for years and then come back to it and this, that, and the other, maybe on Yawm Qiyamah, if you go in front of Allah and say to Him, you know, Allah, I was fighting with this thing, it's a fitna, where I lived, I tried to get out, whatever, what you may have, Allah may have mercy on us. Allah may have mercy on the person who does this, yeah? But I do believe it's possible to give up weed and not listen to it and be happy, and music and alcohol and all these things, yeah? But what excuse does a person have, yeah, for sharing music, yeah, or sharing haram, whether it's a music video, whether it's you clubbing, or you with your arm around girls, or a sister not wearing the correct hijab and doing all these fashion hauls? What excuse do you have for uploading, yeah, something that you're struggling with, a haram thing you're struggling with, or haram you're doing to millions of people? There's no excuse. It takes effort to upload videos and these things. It takes effort to do these things, to make videos of haram, or you have to do actions. For you to upload a music video or this, that, and the other, you have to do stuff. So what excuse? Yes, a person who's struggling with a major sin and this, that, and the other, and they're battling it, they're addicted to it and this, that, and they fight, they make dua, they're crying to Allah, please take this away from me. They're fighting it, they leave it, they come back and this, that, and the other. And I do believe it's possible to leave music, 100%. permanently, yeah, and give it up, and weed and alcohol and so forth. If it was impossible, then that means Allah's oppressor, because He's told you to give something up that you can't give up, and not only that, there's a punishment for it. And I don't believe that by Allah. If there's anything I struggle with in this deen, it's because of my deficiency and not putting enough effort in. But the point I'm trying to say is this: what excuse do you have for uploading, yeah, haram or you sinning, yeah, to social media? None. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing is this: you cannot sincerely be sorry, yeah. If you're struggling with something, that's one thing. But to go through the effort to upload it to public platforms and stuff like that, there's no excuse. And I don't upload haram things to social media, not because I'm some righteous Muslim or some great person. I don't upload social media for 2 reasons, yeah? 2 or 3 reasons. These are the reasons, yeah? 1, I want to be forgiven by Allah on Yawm Qiyamah. I don't think my good deeds are going to outweigh my bad deeds. Not that I'm doing bare major haram sins and stuff like that and so forth, yeah? But I'm not confident that my good deeds will outweigh my bad deeds on Yawm Qiyamah. So I'm hoping that if whatever my shortcomings are and whatever I struggle with, if I don't show the world, and if I'm ashamed of it, and if I beg Allah to help me remove it from my life, on Judgment Day, when I stand before Allah, He will have mercy on me. That's why I don't. That's one reason why I don't do it, yeah? Because I believe it's naive. I believe it's foolish-minded to be posting music. I don't listen to music anyway, but let's just say I was struggling with music. Whatever the thing is I struggle with, I would think it's stupid, yeah, to post haram, yeah, on social media and affect other believers, yeah, and with no reason. What reason do I have even if I'm struggling with something? What reason do I have to post it to social media that a valid reason that I can give to Allah and maybe affect either tens, hundreds, tens of thousands or millions? What reason do I have? I have no reason. It takes effort for me to upload haram. So the whole thing is that I don't upload it because I'm ashamed of my sin. No one will know my sins because I'm ashamed of them. I hide them and I'm trying to remove them from my life. Secondly, yeah, I would never upload haram because I've got my own life to deal with on Judgment Day. You've got your own life to deal with on Judgment Day. I would never want to be responsible, yeah, I would never want to be responsible in this dunya or in the next life, yeah, of giving a believer, yeah, a option to disobey Allah. What do I mean? Let me explain it. How can I explain it clearer? I never want to be the reason that I post something and then another believer I don't care if this person is a Muslim that smokes bare weed on his or posts on his social media, posts bare weed, listens to post bare music, uploads video of him in a club or where. I don't care how much haram they're doing. I never want to be in a position that I upload something and something that I've uploaded comes up onto someone's feed and they have to make a decision because of what I posted not to obey Allah. I don't think I'm phrasing it right. I never want to be the reason that someone sees something I posted and then they could be tempted that they could disobey their Lord. Because on Yawm Qiyamah, I've already got my life to deal with. You've already got your life to deal with, let alone other people. You know? Yeah, so the whole thing is that how am I gonna be, why do people feel comfortable about uploading haram, yeah, which you don't know how many believers you're saying. You upload music. Now all your friends or all the people who subscribe to you, all the people follow you, they got to make a choice now. You put them in a position, they got to make a choice. Now they have to fight. Now they've seen something haram. Now they have to fight themselves because of you, only because of you. See, the person could have been minding their day, yeah. It could be a pious person, it could be an unpious person, yeah. But the point is this: they would do it, live their day, or do whatever, or do whatever. They come on their social media. You post something now that's haram. It comes on their feed because of you. They now have a decision to make whether they're going to obey their Lord or disobey their Lord, strictly because of you. Yeah, strictly because of you. So the whole thing is that I never want to be in that position. I got my own life, my own sins, and my own problem that I got to answer for on the day of judgment. Yeah, and I don't want to be responsible for anyone else. So all you people who got videos up right now, yeah, and it's music videos or this, that, and that, and it's on your page, yeah, you know, and sometimes randomly on whether TikTok or Instagram or whatever, it will come up on them. If the person goes on the main page, they're gonna see your stuff. They got to make a choice now, whether to click your thing or not. And most of the time, people get pulled towards haram, so they have to fight it. So if you're daily putting things on your feed that make believers, yeah, whether they're pious or impious, yeah, you're putting tests in front of people. And Allah says in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. He did not create mankind and jinn except to worship him. So when you put these videos out, whether it's a brother pushing out rap videos or rap videos he's in, or a rap videos he listens to talk about zina, weed and all this, or no matter where it's from, because it's not the message in the music that's haram, it's the actual music. Yeah, but the whole thing is that if you put something, you put music up, a believer sees it, yeah, a believer sees it, yeah, and it draws them to disobey Allah, then you're messing with Allah's message. You see what I'm saying? Allah sent the Prophet, yeah, the Prophet told the companions, yeah, and the companions, it was spread in the dunya, yeah, to worship Allah. Allah commanded the Prophet told the dunya. So that was a message that was intentionally sent out to all of us. You post, us brothers posting these rap videos and sisters posting these fashion hauls and these hijab tours, you're messing with the message of Allah, His messenger, and the companions and the rest of the Salaf who pushed it out. Why? Because we were told to worship Allah. We weren't told to smoke weed. We weren't told to smoke weed, go raving, go club and sleep with bare chicks, this, that, and the other. We weren't told to wear sexy hijab, put makeup all over the face, wear some tight abaya that shows off all our private parts. So the whole thing is that it's not just sharing something on social media. When we share something, yeah, haram on social media and it appears on people's feeds, we're messing with وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. We're messing with we're contradicting, yeah, and we're fighting the message of the Prophet, because the Prophet put out the message in the dunya. He put the message out in the dunya, you know, after it passed to him, it was revealed to him by Allah. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. It was pushed out for us to practice it and follow it. And then we come around, yeah, and get our YouTube account, our TikTok account, and this, that, and the other, and we tell people either to live a life that's different from that, yeah, or wear a hijab and you know live this life off like music and show a little bit of hair and look sexy in public and stuff like that, when it was meant for Tawheed, as a representation of Tawheed and worship and modesty and this, that, and the other, and so forth. So when we push these videos out, we have to be clear. When we push these videos out, not only are we breaking that hadith where the Prophet said that all of my ummah may be forgiven except those who broadcast their sins, yeah, or publicly sin, yeah. We're also, yeah, we're an enemy, because Allah's message is saying one thing and our message is fighting against it. So anyway, I would just say is that, look, if we want to be forgiven for our sins, I don't know about you, but I'm not some super Muslim. I don't know my good deeds and bad deeds. I don't know which one weighs more. And if I had to say, I'm sure it's my bad deeds outweigh my good deeds, you know. And I'm not saying I do bear major haram sins and so forth. But the point I'm trying to say is that we all need Allah's mercy on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Yeah, most of us are. That's what I think. Yeah, and by posting us haram openly or our sins openly, we're basically showing off. Because you're saying, I know this is haram, but I'm going to post it for a million people to see. yeah, and you're posting it for people to interact it or see it. You don't post it except you want people to see it and interact with it. So the whole point I'm trying to say, I'm just trying to say is, guys, if you've got any haram on your social media, take it down. And if you struggle with something, whether it's music, weed, smoking, this, that, clubbing, raving, whatever it is, whatever the thing you struggle with, wearing hijab properly, yeah, and so forth. If you wear hijab, if you struggle with wearing hijab properly, that's one thing. Why do you have to upload it on social media? And why do the idiots have to say, mashallah, to the sexy hijab in the video? Why? If you struggle with hijab, you struggle with hijab. Yeah? But you don't need to post it up on social media. So all of us, whether you're a Muslim rapper, this, that, and the other, just start planning to get out of that game, because it's a scary thing to do. Same thing with these fashion halls. So just either delete your haram, inshallah, and if you're struggling with something, just don't post it to social media. Jazakallah khairan. That's all I've got to say, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah wabarakatuh. Assalamu alaikum to everyone in the comments and stuff. I don't think I've got time to. Yeah, I haven't really got time to go through the comments and stuff like that and so forth. But anyway, guys, make dua for me, inshallah. Like the video if you're on YouTube, subscribe and hit the bell at the top so you won't know when I've got videos. And yeah, that's cool, man. See you guys later, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.